Hello, everybody. How's it going? So, I'm just out here killing time. I should probably get some breakfast. I'm just not hungry. So, I think it's funny how people will get weird when I tell them I carry guns. Like, I'm surrounded by crackheads. And, like, I was talking to my dipshit brother about this the other day. And he's like, "Oh, why are you scared of everybody?" I'm like, "I'm not scared of them, but they're on crack. Like, show me a person who's smoking crack, and I'll show you a person who has like no sensibilities. The kind of guy that will like attack you, no questions asked." Um, man, my mustache is so lopsided. I need to shave my face. But you know, these mofo's, I don't know what's wrong with them, but they seem to like I'm not asking for trouble from these tweakers, but if you come at me on the sidewalk, I'm gonna say something to you. If you can't get the fuck out of my way, I'm gonna say something to you. And I'm being out of the way. That's the problem. I give these motherfuckers 80% of the room, right? I give them as much room as my fat ass can, right? I'm all the way over. And they still come over on my side of the path. And I tell the incompetent motherfuckers I know about this, and they think I'm lying. They think I'm exaggerating at best. Like, I'll tell you a story I told them. I'm walking. It's nighttime, right? I don't fuck around in the nighttime. I don't fuck around during the day, especially not at night. And I don't know if I had a gun in my pocket at the time or not, but we have a wide path on this road. It's a double wide path for bicycles and pedestrians. And this motherfucker, he has 10 feet to walk, and he comes all the way on my side of the path, and he's walking at me. And I quietly, silently backpedal. I walk backwards. And I go about 4 or so feet into the grass where I go, "Dude, what are you doing?" And he goes, "What, just because I don't have a shirt on?" And I go, "You're running me off the path. Come on. What are you doing? Middle of the night, coming at me." And these guys, they fucking come right at you. I don't know if there's something like, if suddenly everybody in society developed brain damage, but they just give me my space. Like, I'm giving you all of the space, and you still gotta have my space. Even when I'm driving down the road, motherfuckers will come over the line and try to take my lane from me in the oncoming. I had a van come at me fully in the oncoming the other day. I was at the mall, but still, it's like, people are crazy. I keep a piece for me no matter what. I will use plenty of swear words. Fuck anyone that has a problem with it. Keep it up. Keep up the hate. I don't care. Anyone that wants to talk shit, go for it. You guys are providing me, all publicity is good publicity. So if you want to hang out and cause trouble, I'll just ignore you. But yeah, nice try. How's it going, Fast Trailer? We have a normal person in the chat. You can do open carry here, yeah. I typically don't. I don't like people to know what I have. I thought, when did you go out? I thought you had another year left. I don't know what that means, another year left. There's crackheads all over the place. That's the bottom line. You gotta watch your ass out here. I'm doing okay. I was actually out here trying to get Uber Eats deliveries. Can't get nothing, so I probably shouldn't have said that part. But, yeah. I'm out, now I'm probably just gonna get baked in the car and go walk in the mall and get a little bit of cardio. I drive an old shitty Hyundai. That's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, it's just kind of a rainy day. Well, not really rainy, but it looks like it's gonna rain. I almost was gonna take the dog out for a walk, but no, it's gonna rain. I can tell. It's like 3:06 at a gas station I'm aware of. It gets cheaper than that, but it's uncommon, so I just fill up there all the time. You know, it's funny when you tell people that you're not going to go along with their harassment, how quickly the room empties out. There was 13 people in here, and half of them were causing trouble. Yeah, it's too much around here. Everything's too much around here, and people keep moving here, and they love it. I think they're stupid people. This is the kind of place for stupid liberals. Like, if you think this is a good place to live, then you just got bad taste. And then if you call it a ghetto, they go, "Oh, go to a real ghetto." I'm like, yeah, retard. It gets worse than this, I'm sure, but I have standards. So, compared to what it was, it's a ghetto. And there was just a shooting out here not that long ago, not far from where I'm sitting. And there's been a few shootings here, right where I'm sitting. No, weed's not illegal here, no. No. It's never really been all that illegal here. Even when it was technically illegal, you would get like a ticket. It was decriminalized, which I think decriminalization is the way to go. I don't know that legalization is the way to go. I think it should be decriminalized. It should be removed off the federal lists so they can do testing on it, so people can get real answers. Because if anybody has real answers, so I don't buy weed on the street. I go into shops and I buy it that way. I don't know if it's illegal to sell weed on the street. I think it is, because they want you to have all the paperwork. But, like, really? Like, if you're buying weed on the street, as long as it's grown right, it's probably going to be safer than the weed in the shops. Because the weed in the shops has all sorts of fucking... It can have sprays and shit on it. And they'll just do it until they get caught. Whatever testing is supposed to stop all the bad weed, it's not. That's the bottom line. I should probably put my glasses on so I can see. But I can smoke joints right in front of cops, like it's not illegal. Like, I mean, I think smoking in public they don't care. Cops don't care. Like, cops have so much real crime to worry about around here, they don't care. But it's not illegal. Like I've walked down the street with a joint in one hand and a double bottle of beer in the other hand. Walk down the sidewalk with it. I've done that so many times in so many parts of the city. As long as you're not blowing weed on people, and as long as you're polite, no one cares. I've had people come to me looking for weed, but they weren't cops. Cops don't care about weed here. They don't. Like if you're swerving all over the road and you got, like, unless they can give you a DUI for smoking weed, they don't care. Cops don't care. It's perfectly legal here. They don't give a shit. It's never really, my whole lifetime here, it's never really been a big deal. Like, it's just, there's so many real problems and so many real drugs that are in this city. Yeah, but I don't think they can do that for weed. They only do it if you're, like, all over the road. Like, I was talking to a friend, and he said he got a seatbelt ticket while he was smoking a joint. And the cop didn't ask about the weed, even though the joint was put away and cop couldn't see it. You could smell it, I'm sure. Cop just gave him a seatbelt ticket. Like, that's how much they just don't give a shit. And, like, unless you're driving like shit, it's not like having a beer in the car. It's not really the same. Cops don't care. Like, you'd have to really try to get them to care. Because there's, like I said, there's shootings, there's real drug use, crack, meth, fentanyl. I had a lady approach me for fentanyl on this channel, on Stream Live. If you scroll through my channel, you can find that clip. Lady approached me for fentanyl. People approach me for drugs. Not all the time, but it's happened to me like half a dozen times now. Various people approaching me trying to buy weed, trying to buy fentanyl. I think people think I'm a gangster. I had an ex that said she thought I was a gangster before we really met, before we got talking. And, like, I don't know. Who cares? I don't know who was messing around in the chat. I don't acknowledge them anymore. Who cares? It's not going to help me to give them any attention, and they leave. They're like babies, they eventually leave. But if they don't leave, then my chat is full of activity, and then more people are going to join. So the haters are just doing me favors as far as I'm concerned. But the weird questions get suspicious. When someone asks me enough weird questions, I ban them. Because I'm like, no, you're trying to get information out of me that's private, and I don't care what you want to use with that information. My business, get out. And that's kind of, start asking certain questions. I just ban them. No questions asked. Like, no one watches this shit. Like, nobody. So, like, anyone that's, like, going out of their way to fuck with me, go find someone with a big YouTube channel to dethrone if you really like to hurt people. Because, like, let's say these fucking faggots get their ultimate wish and they destroy this channel. I have 500 subscribers, right? And I get it. It's less than that. And I get about that many views on the videos where most of my subscribers watch, right? It's, who cares? No one's watching. But people want to cause shit. And I'm like, man, this is, you couldn't waste more of your time. But it's okay. Fuck these retards. No, it's not too bad. There's a couple of them that are a little. You're fine for now. I can't acknowledge which questions are a problem, because then people will start dissecting that, and they try to, you know, call me paranoid, but everyone's trying to get your information, you know. I don't know if anyone, you know, fucking someone is asking me what car am I driving. Are they fucking looking for me? Am I paranoid when they're asking me what am I driving? But I piss off a lot of people around the city, too. I kick up shit all the time. I used to work with a lot of fucking faggots in warehouses. And they were mostly a bunch of criminals that couldn't get a real job. Don't ask me why I was working with them. And they were always trying to start something. They were always trying to get someone fired for no reason. Why? I don't know. They weren't going to get more money once one person was gone. They would just get more work. But now, you know, I kick up shit with those faggots, and I don't work with any of them anymore. So anyone that I used to work with probably hates me. Then they used to like put nails behind my tires. I used to work for H0t Paint, and the people that worked there were criminals, and they would put nails and shit behind my tire. I had this faggot that I worked with. He would, he came up to me one day. He's like, "You're the one I'm looking for, motherfucker." And I'm like, I was ready to box him. I'm like, "What? Let's go. What the fuck?" And he's like, "Oh, you kicked up a rock and it cracked my windshield. Now you owe me money." And I was like, I don't think that's how it works. It sounds like you were tailgating. Now, what I should have done is opened an insurance claim with him just to get him to shut the fuck up. But I didn't know any better, and neither did he. But maybe he didn't have insurance. All I know, who's responsible when a rock comes off your tire and hits the guy behind you? Is that really the driver's fault? Like, that's the road's fault. You can't control what your wheels are doing unless you're like kicking up gravel on purpose. Which, like, unless you're in a pit, you're not going to do that. Even if, you know, anyway. But ever since then, that guy and his friends were like putting nails behind my tire. Fuck those retards, you know? Like, that's the kind of people I used to work with. File an insurance claim. He probably didn't even have insurance. I know that, like, this is the problem with unions. Everyone loves unions. But when you work in a union, you get a lot of thugs that can't get jobs anywhere else. These punk asses. And, you got to worry about people stealing your shit or vandalizing your shit or all this stuff. Fuck's calling me. Fucking hang up the call. Yeah, anyone that wants to stalk me, I don't get it. You're not stalking anybody of importance. You're not taking out a CEO. I'm not in the game. I am not a thug. Who is calling me? Let's see what the hell this is. Bear with me, guys. . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . Who is this? I gotta check this voicemail. I don't even remember how to do that. Fuck, man, I'm too high to use my phone. Bear with me, guys. I'm sorry. I'll dial my number. I'm too high to remember my own phone number. I think I remember what it is now. Tolerate me.
Message, press 1. To this message marked for...
I don't know who this fucker is calling me. It's a number I dialed before. Could be Uber. I don't fucking know. I know what I can do. Am I the only one that will Google a phone number? Ugh. They don't make it easy to paste sometimes. Don't you love it when your phone makes it hard to paste? I don't know who the fuck. It could be. I don't know. Who cares? Man, I'm baked. Do I have anything left of this joint? Fuck, I'm high. Yeah, let's go walk this off. This shit's good, though. I gotta get some more of this. Vampire Slayers, what I'm smoking. This is good shit. I gotta tell my friends about that one. I was driving the other day and I saw something. So, Christmas is over, of course, but if you're gonna put fancy lights on your car, Avoid the color blue. I say this because if you put blue on your car, the cops go crazy. And they really don't like it. So just avoid using the color blue. It's not smart. It's illegal. Saw a car, they wrapped their bike rack with blue lights. And I thought it was a cop for a second. And I was like, this guy's going to get in trouble. This guy's definitely going to get in trouble. Like, my brother had a little itty bitty blue light inside his headlight. And, like, someone called on him or something. And the cops showed up, and the cops were cool. You could tell he didn't want to bother my brother with it. But he was like, hey, you got to remove this blue light. I'm sorry. And that's kind of what it was. Yeah, I just hung out with the family for a few hours and we went home. That's all we really did. Christmas to me is just whatever. Like, I sort of don't care about it anymore. It's just a commercial load of bullshit. I'm thinking. America, America, how can I tell you how I feel? Songs I remember from Boy Scouts. Okay, guys, maybe let's take a walk. I remember. Do I have another hoodie that's reasonable? Aha, I do. I remember last time I went to the mall, it was just too hot and it was no fun. I didn't like it. So this time, we gonna bring this. This is a stupid brand. Nectar. But, I got a hoodie from them, so it works. It's a hoodie. I don't need expert shit. Hold on a second. I'm blind. I don't like carrying all this shit, but I feel like I have to, whether I like it or not. Oh, shit. Someone shot up. Oh, it was nothing bad. He didn't get in trouble. He didn't get a ticket. He just was told by the cops he had to change that light bulb, and he did. It was retarded, but I used that example because you know what? Fuck this. I'm just gonna wear a t-shirt. I'm gonna freeze. Oh shit, that wasn't good. I'm gonna freeze, but I don't care. I just can't. It's too hot with a hoodie on, yo. And then I wear this. I'm sorry, I finally noticed that I was muted. I kept pushing the wrong button. I gotta hit the bathrooms in a minute. I'm, of course, gonna put the camera down. That's how you get in a lot of trouble, is if you don't put the camera down before you. Yeah, we got this. This thing's cool. It makes me sick looking at it, though. I can't handle motion. I have buddies that like to go to theme parks. I will not go. I'll get sick. All right, hold on, fam.